You know what's interesting? Shout out to Azalea Banks, because she texted this to me the other day, completely by coincidence, because she doesn't know that we're about to do this interview. Did you know that your name is referenced on a domestic terrorist website?
No.
Okay. On a West Point website, West Point is the largest military academy, there's a section called Combating Terror, evaluating the terrorist threat posed by African-American Muslim groups. There's a section about the 5 percenters. Let me read it to you. This is new to you. I'll send you the link afterwards so you can go through it. The FBI Introduction to the Freedom of Information Act file on Clarence Smith, a.k.a. Clarence 13X, reads only Smith was the founder and leader of the 5 Percenters, a notorious Harlem street gang. He was shot to death in 1969. Yet, as a lyrical sample from Lord Jamar, a prominent 5 Percenter and hip-hop artist, reads in his Greatest Story Never Told, Allah, Clarence Smith was assassinated in 1969. That case was never solved. His movement survived him. Today it's known as the Nations of Gods and Earths. The 5 Percenters are just one facet of an indigenous Muslim evolution in the United States. Others, like Jamar al-Fuqara, retains ties to Pakistan and are ideological affiliates of militant Salafist groups such as Al-Qaeda. What relevance do the 5 Percenters have to terrorism? I'm reading from the website.
Right. I mean, this is fucking crazy.
This is crazy, right?
The way they're trying
this
to
is crazy. This is crazy.
Intertwine some bullshit.
Right.
What do they have? I can tell you. Nothing.
Okay, well, hold on.
That's the fucking answer.
Hold on. So
I don't know what the fuck they're about to say. But the answer is nothing.
So, what relevance do the 5 Percenters have to terrorism? There is no material link between the 5% nation nor fringe groups like the Seas of David. You heard of Seas of David?
No.
And terrorism.
So then why bring it up?
Hold on. I'm not done yet. But they are on a graduating spectrum in terms of radicalization. To the extreme of the 5% nation is the highly militant Jamar al-Fuqara that strongly rejects the tenets of the nations of gods and earth and instead adheres to a Salafist Islam akin to that of Al-Qaeda. Members may move toward the more militant and austere Islam of JF if they feel the 5 Percenters are ineffective at effecting societal change, or if they can be convinced that their doctrine is blasphemous per Salafist norms. Some of this stuff is a little beyond me. I don't know who. I've never heard of the Seas of David. I've never heard of Jama'at al-Fuqara. Do you know who that is?
No. I don't even like the fact that they try to intertwine our name with all of these other people that they feel are, on some fucking watch list. They just said that we wasn't, like I said the answer. I said the answer is none.
Right.
But still, it's like, see, that's trick knowledge. When they bring you in and kind of try to associate you, they didn't say that we was bad, but they kind of, why would we be even in that fucking report? Like, that shit pisses, I don't like that right there. That's not cool. How did you even find that?
Azalea Banks sent it to me.
Really?
Yeah, and she actually said she fucks with you. She's just like, yo, did you know your boy?
I fuck with Azalea Banks too. When I know a lot of people wasn't.
Me and her been talking like.
She used to say some shit. I ain't seen her in a minute. Matter of fact, where's she been?
Oh, she's in like Sweden right now. She's like in Europe somewhere.
She could do, she's one of those type of people that she could just pick up and go anywhere.
Exactly. Yep. That's Azalea. We've been rocking with each other last couple months. We started talking. But yeah, she sent it to me yesterday. And I'm thinking like, what are the odds? She said this to me and I'm seeing Jamar for the first time in 5 years tomorrow. I didn't want to say anything because knowing her, she would have tweeted about it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to just keep it quiet.
I didn't tell nobody about this.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody either. But yeah, it's interesting when I read through that because I'm like, look, I've not only you, but I've been around 5 Percenters now for a minute, and I have yet to see them be a criminal organization I have yet to see them do crimes as a group. Now, when I interview some of the old school Queens gangsters, they mention the various 5% individuals who are 5%ers that are doing crazy
Just like
shit.
there's individuals that are Christians,
Exactly.
and Jewish and Muslim.
But
and
I've
all
never
that.
heard of a 5%er drug dealing crew. I've just never heard about it. Have you?
Well, people had influence. Not that they're like full five, but people have, there's certain influences or whatever. You could say the Supreme Team could kind of fall under that.
Oh, because Supreme is a 5% term? Okay, I see what you're saying.
Maybe not the most stringent one, but the name Supreme, he ain't get that from just, you know what I mean? His government name is what, Kenneth or something like that?
Yeah, Kenneth Supreme.
Yeah.
Williams, is it?
McGriff.
McGriff, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, there was a lot of, there was a lot of guards and stuff in Queens at that time in that area.
Well, but what I'm saying, though, is I've never seen them unified around the 5% ideology. It's not like, okay, we're going to sell a bunch of drugs and then we're going to blow up a building.
Right.
We're going to use the money to launch a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
We're not going to make a bunch of money and then, I don't know, build a 5% mosque and increase our numbers and try to recruit more members to get behind our
And we have a school, not a mosque.
ideology.
We have schools.
Okay, schools. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm not as familiar. But you see what I'm saying? I'm not going to... Supreme was not building a bunch of 5% schools.
Right.
Let's just keep it 100. He was buying Benzes and jewelry and
flossing and
and selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
We don't.
Al Qaeda is not there to just make money for themselves. They have a purpose. We go blow up the Twin Towers.
Come together to do positive things in the community, not conspire to destroy the community, nor do we conspire to destroy society.
Right.
Like what you got to understand about the father-in-law is he worked very closely with New York City, like Mayor Lindsay and an associate of Mayor Lindsay's who was Barry Gotherer. So
this is Clarence 13X.
Yes, Clarence 13X.
AKA Allah.
Yes,
yeah.
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law.
So he, he used to get resources from the city and the government and all of that. And he very much believed in working with, municipalities in order to, he used to get free buses and shit to take the kids upstate to the parks and shit like that. And yeah, and the law school that we have right now was given to him by Mayor Lindsay, like it was like a forever lease type of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, so there's a 5% school in New York?
Yeah.
Where?
In Harlem.
In Harlem?
Yeah.
Really?
2122 7th Avenue.
So who's the leader?
It's 126th.
Is there a leader of the 5%ers right now?
Well, see, there never was. After Allah, there was no one leader. You know what I mean? Because a lot of groups that have a leader, they just take the leader out and now, you know what I mean? So, yeah, there's no centralized leader per se, but there's certain people that are more prominent, as far as dealing with day-to-day business at the school and things of that nature. And that changes over time,
Yeah.